Hi, Anita from Senior Fit Solutions. I have a studio in Sale, that's Southwest Manchester, and I run personal training and small group training sessions. I also do workshops, webinars, and courses. So I'd like to introduce you today to the style that I teach with. It's not the traditional way that I teach strength training to people. It's more functional, it's more fun, and it's more practical, particularly for older adults and women, guys as well, younger people as well. But I focus on women over 60. Yeah. And strength training is key. So if you really are not convinced that strength training is very, very important, then you need to come along to my webinar on Monday. You can click on the link here. That's brand new, that link. Can you see it on the screen? So if you click on that, that will take you through to a little bit of an explanation about the webinar on Monday. And then a week later, I've got a 6-week strength training course, which you'll get more information about that if you go through to my Facebook page and also come along to the webinar. There's special discounts that you'll get if you attend the webinar. Okay, so where I'm coming from is that, well, quite a few older people, well, some of my clients, they don't want to get down and up from the floor because it hurts them, or they just can't get back up again. They don't have the confidence. Although I do teach them over time to get stronger and to get good technique to get down and up from the floor, but initially they're not really going to be, it's not going to be suitable for them. So the way that I teach, well, we don't need to be lying on the floor anymore. Yeah, we don't need to do floor work. If you're still going to a class where you lie on your floor, where you lie on the floor to do the exercises, then you're not getting the best out of your exercise. Yeah, because why do we lie on the floor? Because we need to use gravity. We lift the limbs against gravity. That's our resistance, and therefore we get stronger, or we stretch more, we mobilize more. Yeah. But now, since lockdown, we don't need gravity anymore. But let me get back to that in a moment. Are you still doing planks? Yeah, full planks, or even modified planks on the floor, hurting the shoulders, hurting the wrists. Yeah. And what about balance? Are you balancing on one leg and seeing how long you can stay on one leg? That's not going to help you. Balancing on one leg is not going to improve your balance. So you really do need to come along to the webinar and the training to really get the most out of what you do, and so that you make the most of the golden years, that the few decades that you have to come. Yeah, all right. So yeah, there's no need to suffer. If you're going to damage your shoulders or your wrists, it's going to inhibit working where you should be working, and there's no point getting a benefit in one part of the body if you don't benefit in another part of the body. Yeah, if you have something negative going on. I don't teach like that. And I also don't teach if it's not good for my body, although everybody's unique and different. But if I'm a senior too, I'm 75, so I'm well aware of what older people need and how important it is that everything we do is relevant to our everyday life, because life can get challenging if we don't keep ourselves conditioned, strong, flexible, mobile. Okay, so I work with resistance bands. So here we've got resistance bands and straps. Yeah, so you might know straps from the TRX. It's slightly different from the TRX, what I do, but I have an anchor point here. The great thing is that you can do it at home. You don't have to go to gyms. You can do it at home. You can put an anchor in your door. You attach with a carabiner, you attach the band, and most of the work can be done seated. Well, it can be done seated, kneeling, or standing. So I'll give you an example. So particularly back work, it's very difficult if you don't have an external anchor to do back work. We need to do some extensions as well. So this is beautiful for postural alignment. Now, what I see in gyms are people doing this really wrong, getting really kyphotic and doing more harm than good. So that's really great. And also back work here. This is a strap. I can make it. Don't know if you can see me. I can bend the knees, so I make my lever shorter, and this is a very easy row to do here, or I can use full. Yeah, I can also lengthen these, and it'll take too long to do that, but I can also do some modified planks here. So I don't know if you can see, I could go sideways. Yeah, so here I can do different things. So the more upright I am, the easier it is, but I can lengthen the straps and I can make it more challenging. It's so easy with bands and straps to make your exercises from very easy to more challenging. Yeah, and so it doesn't take much space in your home. Easy to put up at home, and you don't need much space. So if you go for free weights and barbells and everything, they're expensive. You have to have lots of different weights, 2 kilos, 4 kilos, 6 kilos, and where are you going to keep them all? But it gets expensive. And I know most of my clients, they don't want to go to the gym. You can get, they're not necessarily expensive. The leisure centres are now equipping their gyms really very, very nicely, but there's no one there to teach them, and all I see is a lot of bad technique here. So you can do it at the comfort of in your own home if you're really motivated. If you're not, I have open sessions at my gym. We have a membership, so after you've done the course, then you can drop into these open sessions. You need to book, and it's a monthly membership, and you can just do your workout, and I'll be supervising, and I'm here if you need any questions. Yeah. So over the next few weeks, over the next few days, about the next eight days, I'll be going through an exercise, functional exercise using the resistance bands and the anchor points, just showing one exercise per day so that you can really see how amazing it is using the bands, and easy to make it easier and harder. So really fantastic. Yeah. So do sign up to the webinar. I've got some special offers there. First 5 people get a free 30-minute coaching call with me. You'll also get a 25% discount off the course, which begins on the 6th of November. And of course, it's an amazing, not to be missed by anybody, really. And the great thing about online, there's no limit to the amount of people that come. I was on a webinar the other week. First of all, the one that I was on, there was only 50 people, but I repeated it with this person who was so good and quite new on the scene, and there was like 2,000 people on the webinar, which is, you know, a little bit too many, I think. Maybe in a few months that'll be me. Yeah. All right, so click on the link here, sign up to the webinar, and it's a free webinar. Yeah, and you'll get a discount for the course. The discount ends on the Monday. Yes, so you'll be getting that link for the discount, 25% off the course, and it's still an amazing price. Yeah, you'll find out if you go through to the links, the various links, the link to the beginner strength training course, it will give you all the prices there and the memberships. Yeah. All right, so I'm so excited to be sharing my knowledge and my expertise, and really showing you how to get the most out of your exercises. I can't believe what is being taught out there, still old-fashioned since lockdown, and we didn't have, the gyms were closed. So people found ways to carry on doing their exercises, and that's where we started using the anchor points and the bands and the straps. I actually started doing that before in 2018, before lockdown. I went to the Functional Aging Summit in America, and that's where I actually purchased a lot of my equipment over there, and that's when I started teaching with anchor points and bands. Yep. So thanks for listening, watching, and any comments, put it in the any questions, put them in the comments, and I hope to see you on Monday. And this is Anita signing off, Anita Dawn-Lobban signing off from Senior Fit Solutions. Have a good day.